Alright, today gonna do a video on a couple of D+A Raiders I picked up. It uses 4 small tubes, 6 JT6s if I remember right, or a substitute version of that. Also, these are the older version, has a keying tube, a 6AQ5. This one here is very clean on the inside, as you can see. They both been recap and work. This clean one, everything works, the preamp, the meter, lights, everything works on it perfect. And then over here just have a fair one, looks pretty good underneath, but on top and the covers and stuff it shows age, a lot more than the clean one. On the 1 to 10 I probably give this one an 8 or a 9, and 1 to 10 I probably give this one a 5. It works good, except the meter case is broken and the meter doesn't work, and the preamp, which is marked BTL, stands for bilateral, meaning that it also amplifies the input like a preamp as well as the output, and that's what the bilateral means when you see it on an amplifier. It's bilateral dual, so dual amplifiers, both the output, RF amplifier, and it amplifies the input like a preamp. That's all bilateral means. So that's it on the bottom. I'm gonna carefully turn them over. And this guy, I got them both hooked up in series. I'm not gonna drive one with the other, but just gonna turn them on and warm up and show you what they do. So let's warm them up. Put it on standby, and we got the main power off over here too. So both warming up now. That's the very clean one. I don't know if this meter is original or not, but that's what it came with. And this is the fair one with the broken meter, and the bilateral or preamp does not work. Also, I guess this one at one time might have been a multi-band 10 through 40 meter, but it only has 10 meters in it now, and that band switch is just a fake. It's a knob that just doesn't turn. Basically on these amps, let's use this one because it was 10 meters only. You got your main power switch, standby switch, bilateral or a preamp on and off, and then tune and load. This one is pretty much an automatic SSB. It has a slight delay that is a little short for sideband and a little long for AM, kind of in between, but that's what they use. Excuse me. Black Cats do the same thing. Amps just something in between as far as the relay delay. And on this one, since the bilateral does not work, it didn't even have it in it. I don't even know why they had a bilateral on it. But anyway, I hooked up a SSB delay cap on this one. So on off it's AM, and then on it's SSB. On the bilateral switch on this one. Also going to show you the top insides. This is the clean one, and it also has a matched set of good tubes in the good clean one. That small tube is a 6AQ5 keying tube, keys up the amp, and same thing over here. This transformer is an open frame, and that one has a closed frame. And same tube configuration, the small 6AQ5 keying tube, and the 4 tubes. They are mismatched. You can kind of see that a few of them are a little bit different on this one. And then on the back, this one has a knob on the, it's a grid tune or input tune circuit. And this one is a screwdriver adjustment, like the load on the front. Well, we ought to be good and warm. So As usual, we show what the radio's doing. Both on standby, right? Yep. We're on a dummy load. And that's the 200 watt scale on the MFJ watt meter. Dead can about 4. Swinging about 12. And this is Workman digital watt meter. This is in between the radio here, trusty Motorola 555, and the amp. With both of them in line, even though I'm going to a dummy load, my SWR is about a 1.4. It would be flat if I took them both out, and close to flat if I only had one in. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be putting into it. Not a whole lot of watts there. Audio. This little radio is kind of stock, I think, so not a lot going into it. So we're going to take the clean one first. And I think I'm already on 200 watt average. Dead key 60. Audio. 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 Talking about 90, might hit 100. And swinging to 120, and again, that's on average. And this meter is calibrated to a bird meter. I do have mini birds, but I like the big giant MFJ. And it also has peak. Audio. Audio. 160 watts peak. Audio, which is really good for one of these amplifiers. And that's the clean one, like I say, with the good set of tubes. And this one, even though the tubes are decent, they're not a match set. Let's turn this one off for sure. And now we are on the fair one. And dead key in 45. We're still on peak, so audio. This one only does about 110 peak, so not as many watts, of course. And last, we're gonna put the fair one on average. Audio. 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 Only talking about 55 average. I think the other one was doing about 90 on average. So a pretty big difference between, you know, the tubes. I did switch the tubes around and put the good set in this amp, and of course it did the same thing as the other one. So anyway, there you go. Meter not working, and bilateral don't work. Everything else works. And we got the covers. Clean one looks very nice, and the fair one looks fair. Just kind of like the amp. So that's it on this quick demo of the D+A 4-tube Raider boxes. Older style. Newer style uses a transistor keying circuit instead of the tube. And then the latest, before they went out of business, they went to a brown case. I had this in line, that's going to be next, but they went to a brown cover and case like that in the lasses. That's a D+A Hawk. Be coming up soon when I get that one done. Alright, that's it for this one. Bye.